Hey, what's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Ken's Pat Talk Patriots podcast. It is a Monday, man. It's November the 4th or whatnot. So we here to recap some of the Patriots versus Titan game last night. I'm here with one of my loyal subscribers, DJ Man from Charlotte. What's going on with you, bro?
Not much, not much. How about you?
All right, man. Let's go ahead and hop right up into it, man. What happened yesterday, man? I know you was on the edge of your seat just like I was. It was a pretty good game from the start to finish. I know some people might thought it was a boring game, but I thought it was a pretty good game. Like
Yeah,
10-10 for the most part of the game. For the most, even in whatnot, it was a close defensive game. Offensive turnovers on both sides of the ball. Drake, man, I think he performed. If I had to grade him, I'd probably give him like a C plus grade. I think it was all right with what he had to deal with. But what was your early impressions of the game?
I would say my early impression, talking about the good things, right?
Yeah.
I would say how Drake made, like, I feel like from the earlier training camp, I'm hearing how Jacoby Brissett was, like, executing a 2 minute drill better than him at the start. And then, like, I can tell now he's starting to get very comfortable executing that 2 minute drill. But, offensive coordinator messed that up for him on that 2 minute drill drive. I thought we should have stayed aggressive and kept passing. Like,
Yeah, I think the play calling was kind of brutal to start, man. It wasn't good play calling. We still trying to run the ball. It's like run the ball to a brick wall. There's no, I mean, the line wasn't getting a push. And to be honest with you, DJ, we haven't really been able to run the ball the past few weeks. We really
yeah,
haven't since Drake May got up. I mean, when Brissett was there, we was able to run the ball. It was
yeah,
okay, but it's gotten worse since Drake May has gotten up in there. I think that's with the offensive line combos. I think we was on like 8 different combo yesterday. Some of the injuries on the line. I mean, Drake May has looked good. In saying that, dealing with what he's been working with on the offense. You don't have a new wide receiver, offensive line in shambles. Hunter Henry's okay. Play calling. I mean, he's dealing with a lot. He still looked good.
right.
He's been looking good the past few weeks. We got 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. But I would like to see him once Ramondre Stevenson get going, once Gibson get going, once we get the running game going. I would like to see if that opens him up a lot more.
Yeah. I would say, even though I don't want him to be like a design runner type quarterback, like a Lamar Jackson or anything like that, but
Mhm.
I feel like the run game can be better if we throw in some mixes of read options with him at quarterback to confuse the defense, help the offensive line out a little bit. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
rough
don't
right
like
now.
running him a lot. Though. I thought
Yeah,
yesterday he was a little reckless running too. He took some
yeah,
hits yesterday, bro.
yeah,
And I was looking at, I was like, "Whoa!" I mean, do I
yeah. I
want
was
my
like,
number 3 overall pick, my first round pick, taking those hits? He was taking a lot of hits yesterday. I did not like that, man.
yeah,
But hey, I guess he feels like he got to put the team on his back. Ain't
yeah,
nobody else coming to play, so I like that. But he took some shot yesterday, man. If we can get that run game going, I think it'll open up a lot more. I think Pot Dillon had a solid day. Yeah, man, on the
yeah,
stat sheet might not look like it, but I think he was open a lot. You got Javon Baker going. Jalen Pope, I don't know what the heck is going on with him. Um, Kayshawn Booty had made a couple nice catches. Kendrick Bourne, I think he was probably the leading receiver. He showed up yesterday, and that's only going to continue to grow. We got Chicago this Sunday, so I'm gonna get into that game a little bit later on in the week. But just recapping this game, I mean, what did you take from the Titans game? Like, what else did you see? Like, whether offense or defense, what are some more of your impressions from the game yesterday in Tennessee?
I would say it ain't really too many impressions besides Drake May, but the most like disappointing, man, like week in and week out, like I don't understand like what's going on with the defense, man. Like
Yeah.
it's bothering me a lot, like especially with like how the cornerbacks, like do you ever see how they be lined up like 10 yards off the receiver
I
all the
seen
time?
Gonzo doing it a lot, playing off coverage or whatnot. I don't know why they don't play a lot more aggressive, man. We got some
Yeah, I'm
good
like,
man corners.
and
Giving them a quick 5, 6 yard, easy 5, 6 yards, you giving it to them.
all right, I'm like, I don't know if it's like a you miss Bill Belichick problem or all these injuries that's going on the defense. And I do think all the injuries on the defense plays a huge factor because you missing what Barmore. That's one of your best
Yeah.
run
You don't have
stuffers.
a pass rush. You don't have a pass
Yeah,
rush. You can't. You're getting pushed back a couple yards every time it's a run. You don't have a pass rush. I think we had like 2 sacks yesterday. The pressure was getting there a little bit. Yes, there
yeah,
was some pressure getting the Rudolph. I think Dietrich
yeah,
Watts had a sack or two. We had a couple other guys that was getting pressure. But since Barmore, you got rid of Uche, you never really replaced Matthew Judon. Keon White, he's kind of cooled off since the first
Yeah.
couple. I ain't really, it's been an APB out for him. I ain't really heard him doing much. So like I think so now you have to blitz. I think like next year, I think the pass. I think in the draft, I can't wait till April. In the draft, we gotta go. We gotta get a pass rusher probably in the top 2 rounds. We need a pass rusher. If not free agency, we have to because if you get a pass rusher to pair with Keon White, Barmore. I mean, you got something there. The front seven is much more improved, but I definitely think a lot of people not talking about. But we need a pass rusher.
Right. I'm starting to think that's the biggest need.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that's the biggest need. But and I would say like I seen a comment where Gerard May or someone asked him, "Do you think like Verdarian Lowe can be our long term answer at left tackle?" I wouldn't put him
He
there.
could be a good depth option, but
Yeah,
as
good
far as
depth
loans, for
option.
one, he can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
And
right.
then number two, I thought he was okay yesterday. I saw look, I felt like going into this game, this Titans defense, I mean, they're for real. I felt like they were
Right.
gonna be able to get I thought they
Yeah.
were, and then they changed the offensive line. Why? They should have stuck with Ben Brown at center, Vadarian Lowe at left tackle, Michael Jordan. Why did they bring Robinson off the bench
That's
and take
exactly
so I mean they just messing with it now. When you
right
should have
off
been
of
at right
injury.
guard.
He coming fresh off of injury. He's a rookie, and you want to
Yeah.
put him up against Jeffrey Simmons? I'm like, yeah,
And
that
Jeffrey Simmons is very underrated. He's good. They got Arden Key, Jeffrey Simmons, Harold Landry. They
right.
got some guys, man. Like they, I was shocked. I don't. I mean, I think after like the second quarter, I think we after the first quarter, I think we changed offensive line back. But hell, it
Yeah,
might have been too daggone late. Then you should have started the
right.
game like that,
And
man.
when soon we changed it back, that was our first scoring drive. Well, 6 points on the board, 7 points on the board. That was our first scoring drive when we changed it back. Like it was soon they changed it back.
Yeah.
So I look at it like, man, it's gonna take a lot to build this team,
hmm
but it's not as far away as people think. I mean, what you think about the coaching staff?
Coaching staff has been terrible. I mean, late like in the first half, this is like the third straight game that they keep freaking just killing the clock, not even like not trying to be aggressive for one. I don't know what they
Right,
do. They've been doing it since the Seattle game. You didn't have to do it in Cincinnati because they was up that whole game.
right,
Even last week against the Jets, we did the same thing again. We just got too like conservative or whatnot. Now we ended up winning that game and whatnot, but I felt like we got way too conservative. Like
right,
I'm tired of that also. Man, I think like we got us a guy. We got a quarterback. I think Drake Mays can be a guy. Now you got to build around him. You got to
right,
build up your offensive line. Give him a no wide receiver. You got to spend some money for agent. Have a good draft class. We got our guy. We got the most important position. But now you got surrounding. You can't ruin him now. And I
right,
think right now, I think he's doing too much. And he kept basically putting the team on his back. He's putting the team on his back now. And you see what like a couple turnovers yesterday. I don't mind the turnovers as long as the good outweigh the bad. Now that last pass, Kayshawn Booty was actually open, but I think it was the wind and the way Drake made. He was way over here on the right
hmm
side trying to throw that ball, but he was up. I like what he's saying, so I don't mind a turnover as long as the good outweigh the bad. I don't really mind a turnover because anytime you throw 40 times, you're going to turn the ball over a couple times.
right. And you're asking a lot from a 22-year-old rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
So I look at it like, man, this all season. First thing in the all season, I'm hitting free agency. I mean, selling Drake May film to him. Like, man, yeah, we
yeah.
got a guy now. You can't be like, oh, y'all don't got a quarterback. Well, how you did? I
Or
would say,
Calvin really he went to Tennessee, so
yeah, I would say Elliott Wolf. I believe in him just because I saw how much money he was trying to spend on IU.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so I feel like he know, like, yeah, we got a guy. We can't mess this up how Bill and never pick talent around Mac
yeah.
Jones. So
And I
I'm
like the fact that Elliott Wolf was aggressive. Even though we didn't get it, he was aggressive though. Bill would
right,
never did that. Bill would never
right,
did that. So I like that fact. So
right,
now this year we're gonna have potentially, we're gonna get into this here in a second, potentially the top pick, and you're gonna have the most cap space. So I mean, this offseason we can go crazy. We really
right,
can go crazy. Now you got to give it out to like you got to give it out to the right resource. You got to give it to the right people. You got to hit on the draft. But I think this offseason potentially, man, we got some it's potential that we really could get a wide receiver. Me personally, I don't know if I want T. Higgins right now.
me
Frank, he's
either.
always hurt. I'd rather
Right,
go through the draft for that.
right,
Yeah, I would go defense and free agency. But I don't know if I
right,
would go on because I think we need another corner. We definitely need a pass rusher. We need depth at linebacker. We need a lot of depth on defense. On
Right.
offense, I address the offense in the draft. What you think about that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, man, because you can always get good defensive players that hit free agency.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna really get too many of a big name receiver in free agency. So yeah, I think we should address the pass rush in free agency. Yeah, another good, a number two corner, obviously Gonzalez.
Man, Jonathan Jones was getting killed by somebody
Yeah,
named Westbreaker King.
yeah, that's like, man, we definitely need edge rusher bad though, man,
Yeah,
like really
they get the
bad.
pass rush.
Cause I'm looking at it like even last week with Aaron Rodgers, if that was the
He
old
had
Aaron Rodgers,
time.
if that
Yeah.
was if that was the old Aaron Rodgers, who would have lost that game, man. He had years back there. I'm like, golly, man.
Crazy. We sacked them twice, I believe, but it don't seem like it.
Right.
Yesterday we had 2 sacks, I believe, but it don't seem like it.
But and then again, like when the draft does come, I know build an offense through the draft, but it's so tight, like with like offensive tackle, receiver one for Drake. Like what you want? You want someone that can protect him, give him time, or if we don't land a receiver in free agency, man, I'm looking at Ted McMillan, man. I'm like,
I like Ted. Do you like Luther Burden?
he's falling. He's having a bad year.
Yeah,
Like
but it
he's
might have
having a
it could
year.
have to do with the quarterback though.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I seen a dude from Ole Miss. His name Trey Harris. They
Right
say
here, yeah, I gotta do some work on him. I heard he's nice.
he's a burner, a deep threat. Like, and he's a
And we
route
need an
runner.
X. We need some on the outside. We got enough inside guys. We got mainly the same body type. We got enough of those guys. We need
Right.
some on the outside.
And then I've been seeing like people saying like Will Campbell and Kevin Banks are like going to get bumped to guards in the NFL. So I'm looking at it like, man, if you can
Oof.
land a left tackle or find someone decent in the second round, man, I wouldn't mind taking a receiver in the first round at
And
all.
now that we on the draft or whatnot, what if we do get that first round pick? I mean, the first overall pick. You got your quarterback. You don't. You got your quarterback. So I think the best case scenario right now is for us to continue to lose, but Drake may look good. Now I know that's hard to say because if you would think if you're losing, he's playing bad or
Right.
whatnot. So maybe it could be the other way around. Maybe your defense is just so daggone bad, and Drake. I mean, if we can get a bunch of games like the one he played in Jackson against Jacksonville, or even yesterday, we can get a bunch more games like that but we still lose, I'm fine with it. That's a win for us. Because now you can
Exactly.
sell his film to free agents and wide receivers in the offseason. And now you know what you got to draft. No, still got the
Right.
draft. And then if we get that number one overall pick, we can trade back for a haul. Now I
Right.
wouldn't go back too far because I still want to get one of those top guys. What
Right.
you think about Travis Hunter?
I seen like a goal line release, and I was like, dang man, I was sleeping on him at receiver, but I really think people gonna want him to play corner in the NFL. Like, I think he's still gonna play both sides, but not as much snaps he get at Colorado. Like pretty much how like a Marcus Jones was when we first got him. He see some, but I feel like Travis Hunter he'll probably play a little bit more offense, but more defense. You know,
I think he should play wide receiver because number one, that's where the money is. Number one, number
right?
two, I like him as a corner. He's pretty solid corner, but we really need offense though. We need an offensive playmaker.
But yeah, if I'm going receiver in the draft, man, it's gonna be Tech McMillan. It gotta
I
be
mean, I
T.
like Ted. He don't blow by nobody. He's like
Yeah, that's
he
the
reminds me of
thing.
Mike Evans a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just
He's
think
not a
it.
burner now. He's not a burner.
I feel like Ted McMillan is gonna be the guy that we thought Devontae Parker was gonna be, the 80-20 guy he said he was.
Or N'Keal Harry.
Yeah, Nikhil Harry, and we had AJ Brown and Matt Cavanagh.
Oh boy, don't even read. Let's change the subject on that. That was bad. That was bad. But I like Ted, but he just like when I see him, I don't really get wowed by nothing he does. I know he makes some
Yeah,
crazy catches sometimes. He doesn't really separate like that. And we do need separators, but we do need a big X too. So Trey Harris, I think he's like an X receiver. I gotta do some
right,
work. He's an X, but I don't know how like is he like a top 5 receiver coming out or what? I heard he's just a burner. I mean, we don't want another Taquan Thornton that's just a burner, but can't
right,
can't run routes. So
right,
we got kind of dealing with that right now with Taquan Thornton. Um, it'll be interesting if we was to add a Ted McMillan. You got Pop in the slot. Your third receiver probably Booty, probably I guess as a Z.
right.
You got Kendrick Bourne, Poe. It might be a competition for that number 3 because Pop will be in the slot. I mean, for
Mm-hmm.
the receivers, you got Pope, Bourne, and maybe Booty battling out for that. I wouldn't mind. I like Kendrick Bourne, but I think we could get something for him. I
Yeah,
mean, I think we can do without. We can do a lot better than Kendrick Bourne.
right. I feel like we got too many Kendrick Bournes on the team already.
Yeah,
I don't even know why we gave him that contract we did, but I mean, he's a good guy in the locker room.
I
Or
mean, Bourne, Polk, Osborne, all them play like they about got the same body type.
that's
You got
exactly
four
what I'm
Kendrick
like.
Bournes basically.
Dang, man. So what you think about this trade deadline? I saw people saying, man.
Um,
I saw people saying,
Yeah,
man, get
y'all let
Drake.
him. Make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube. Make sure you share the content on Facebook and Twitter, IG, Twitch, where you're at, and please on YouTube, make sure you give me that thumbs up, hit the like button. You said the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Uh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be shocked if we did something in turn. Like when I say do something, like if we went out and got a receiver or got a offense, I wouldn't be shocked. Would I do it? No, because I think you need to hold all your draft picks to the draft, and I think we need to be giving away some of the receivers. We got
Right.
giving away some of this talent that we do have. Um, I do think, and I'm probably going to do a show tomorrow. I think between Taquan Thornton and KJ Osborne, one of them are gone. I don't
Yeah.
think you can keep both. Then I heard we might even release KJ Osborne, but I think we should probably trade. I mean, give me anything for him, 6, 7, just give me for KJ Osborne. That's more draft capital you got. Taquan Thornton, I could see them holding on to him because he's a fast, he's a deep threat, he got the speed, and we really don't have that on the roster at least for this year. But
Right.
he's not going to see the field like that. So you now, even if you get rid of KJ Osborne, you still got 6 receivers: Pop, Booty, Bourne, Pope, Baker. Then Taquan Thornton be your 6 receivers. So I still think, I mean, you get rid of both of them, hell, you get rid of them. Give me
Right.
two
Yeah.
sixes for both. I'd take 2 7s for them at this point.
I
What you
saw
think is gonna happen?
I saw people saying like I seen what Phil Perry said something like, man, just get somebody in here that's dependable. Like I don't care if he's fast or what. Someone that's I can depend on, Drake can depend on for the rest of the year. I saw people saying like Darius Slayton from the Giants, he
I
might be
like him.
available.
I like him, but he's like another Kendrick Bourne type. It seemed
But
like.
they say he's a burner deep. He's a
Yeah. He can get the yeah. I do like it though. But he got that body type as a Kendrick
yeah,
Bourne though.
right.
Like I'm tired of all. They got a bunch of those. I like Slayton. I think I seen Adam Thielen, but he's
It's
older.
getting
It's
older.
like so I'm not giving away a draft pick for Adam Thielen.
Yeah, if a seven can get him, I'll take it. Just for this year, get Drake through the year with a reliable target. I feel like Pop Douglas is reliable, but we not. I feel like AVP not
Heck,
utilizing.
bro, we need to be going empty or at least 3 wide receivers. Feed him Pop in the slot.
Right.
He should get about 5. He should be our Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, Wes Welker. He need to be
I,
fed the ball.
I say, man, AVP saw this connection going against Houston. Drake's first game, Pop and Drake. Like, why are you not trying hard to find Pop like some
I
space to
don't
get
get it.
into?
Then I seen a lot of games like sometimes yesterday he wasn't even on the field. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
it worked
like,
so good. He was killed. I don't know. I don't get what we're doing. He is a slot receiver. He's not an X. He's not a Z.
right.
He's an inside receiver. He is a mismatch. Even if teams start to double him, that's going to open up for everybody else to make plays.
Exactly.
Like he should be
Exactly.
getting fed the ball in the slot.
Exactly. I'm like, man, and that's what scares me. I'm like, man, I just hope we got the right guy coaching Drake this year, like AVP. Like, I get that he's a good quarterback coach. I saw people saying like they deserve credit for getting Drake prepared and his footwork and all some of those things he cleaned up coming out of college. But as far as like coaching was, like calling plays, I feel like he's not the guy.
B from Ohio, what's going on, bro? Please make sure y'all hit that like button. Facts, RPO, get pot the ball. We saw a few RPO yesterday, but we gotta get pot the ball more. It's gonna open up, man. Just imagine next year, because I think next year we are gonna finally have that number 1 wide receiver. If it's via
Yeah.
trade, we're not gonna keep missing. I mean, you keep swinging, you're gonna hit it at some point. I
Right.
think rather it's via trade, free agency, the draft. Just imagine a lineup next year. I'm just throw something out there. I ain't heard nothing. I'm just saying something like a DK Metcalf at X. You got Pop Douglas at slot. Pope probably your 3. I mean, that's a top 15 wide receiver core there, right there. I think. It's
Right.
way better than what you've had. Like once you get that number one wide receiver, Pop Douglas is going to be even more better,
Exactly.
even more better.
Exactly. Drawing up mismatches, linebackers lined up on them and stuff like that. I'm like, that's what we missing. I'm like, dang. But I feel like since we got the quarterback, people were
Yeah,
like, okay, I got somebody that can keep my stats in 1K, and
yeah.
so yeah,
So
I feel like
it's just a matter of time, man. I really think for the rest of this year, I think it's all about just seeing the growth in your quarterback. He's gonna have
right,
some bad games, some bad stuff. He's gonna
right,
have that. But I mean, he's a rookie. I'd rather him get it out of the way now. I think the rest of this year is all about developing. I want to see a little more for this draft class too. I ain't seen much from Pope. I don't know what's going on with him. Like I said a while ago, more from Pope, Baker, the two offensive linemen we draft. Marcellus Dow, the corner out of South Carolina. I want to see more for this draft class. And then I
right.
think I heard that Christian Barmore might come back. So if he can come back, that'll be huge for the defense.
You,
RPO got to be 7% of offense. We need to draft running back Korea Kenner out of University of Cincinnati. He fast and big. I got to do some work on him. Appreciate that, man. It's a bunch of y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube. I appreciate it. Have you heard of Korea Kenner out of Cincinnati, bro?
nah, I haven't been paying attention to the running backs. I'm like, that's not even a need. Like, you
Yeah, I
can
don't
get
think
you,
it's. I think we could use some depth at running back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Feel like you can get that in free agency. You can find you a little third
you get a
down
running back
back,
later on in the draft.
right? 7th round or something like.
Yeah.
Beef up this offensive line, defensive line,
Hmm.
receiver
And
core.
another thing, stop drafting tackles to play out of position and stuff like that. That's getting
Oh my
ridiculous. You
god!
draft a left tackle to play right tackle, right? Draft them where they supposed to be at.
Right. I'm like, golly, Elliott. Like y'all said, Caden Wallace. We do. Everybody was trying to be positive about Caden Wallace because Elliott Wolf said he could. Oh, we see him as a left tackle. Right.
I
Okay.
don't understand that, man. I think that you draft your left tackle to play left tackle, your right tackle should be playing right. They shouldn't be all this. Then you got Michael Winu, he's a guard. He is a guard. He's not a tackle. He's too slow footed to play right, left tackle or right tackle. He needs to stay at guard. Like we got one thing, we got people playing out of position.
Right.
So that's not good when you have a rookie quarterback back there.
And I saw somebody say like Pope ain't being utilized right. They say Pope is a Z, and we got him playing X because we so weak at the X position.
Well, Booty's playing X now, right? Yeah.
Right. So
Pope just got to get his head in the daggone game. I think
yeah.
once he gets his head in the game, he'll be all right.
Right.
Corey Canner, he's like fourth round, and he played like Saquon Barkley. Okay, I'm gonna do some work on him, B. Appreciate it. I'm gonna do some work on him. Got to.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind another running back, but not so high in the draft.
Yeah, not in the first, second, or third round. And we can get him in free agency or like later on the draft. We're gonna have about 12 picks, bro. I think we got 10
Right.
right now. So
Right.
we're gonna probably make a couple trades tomorrow. And
Right.
we always can trade back, gain more picks. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think we get it straight, man. I'm with you, man. I like Elliott Wolf. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are hard on right now because of the offensive line. But hey, we
Right.
got our guy at quarterback, at least we think. We
Right.
got our guy at quarterback. I like some of the linemen that he's brung in for the practice squad, and
Right.
I like some of that. Um, I know before the season, I know some of the things didn't work out, like Chuck Secor for the center that we had. I can't think of his name now. From Tampa Bay, that didn't work. A couple things didn't work out, but I think overall, I mean, you got to wait. The sample size is kind of small right now. Let's wait. Let him get another offseason because this was a
Right.
rebuilding year. We're
Right.
not winning the Super Bowl this year. We're not going to the AFC Championship game this year. This right here always going to be a rebuilding year. It wasn't about wins and losses. It was about developing talent. So I'll
Right.
give them the rest this year and see us. And that was a game we should have won yesterday. But you want to
Mm-hmm.
see us get better for the rest of the year, whatnot, and then let's give them another offseason. And then
Right.
after about two draft classes, that's about 2 years when you can really grade. Okay, what's going on? But I think it's
Mm-hmm.
too early right now. Let's see what he do. And the thing I like about Elliott Wolf, he's been aggressive, like you said a while ago. He tried to pay for Karen Riley. They didn't want to come. We didn't have a quarterback. He tried to pay for Brennan Ayuk. They didn't want to come. They didn't have a quarterback. So he's tried to do things. So that's all
Right.
you know right now. He's been aggressive. That's
That's
all I care about.
all I need to know because Bill didn't do that.
Legit receiver. I like Horton out of Colorado State. He's a baller and love football. Yeah, I seen him play. Horton out of
Legit
yeah.
receiver for out of Colorado. Oh yeah, he's gonna be a late round pick too. I
I'm gonna
saw.
do some. Yeah, I'm gonna do some work on Trey Harris and Corey Kiner. Let me write that name down.
Yeah, I need to know if Trey Harris can run routes. I just see him every week. He put up 100 receiving yards every game.
Yeah,
I
I'm
res-
gonna do some work on Corey Connor or whatnot and see what's
but
going on with him.
one thing I can say, Elliott Wolf messed up on so bad is drafting Polk over Lad McConkey. Man,
Oh
if you go
boy,
Lad McConkey route, he's a legit route runner.
and he's doing good with the even Xavier Leggett. Now I can't get mad that Leggett went before
Oh,
Pope.
I heard we tried to trade up
We
for.
tried to get. I think they said we tried to get him or either Keon Coleman, but I heard it was Leggett that we really tried to
Yeah.
get. Man, Leggett would have been nice with Drake, man.
Oh my God.
But see,
Like,
if we would have got Leggett, we probably wouldn't have got. Well, we probably still could have got Baker later on in the draft,
yeah.
though.
Yeah,
We
I feel
probably
like
still would have took another one.
but I think Baker was that okay, we got Polk, let's get another one just to make sure. But I feel like we got
Yeah,
get or man,
man,
look
Leggett
at
would have been nice.
yeah.
He doing good in Carolina
Yeah,
though.
he getting a touchdown like every game now, man. That's
So I
that,
like offensive coordinator. Let me see. Kendall scored 7 touchdowns in high school, one game twice. Yeah, I got it written down, B man. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check. I gotta check him out. I'm about to get into some draft stuff real soon, man. It's almost about to be about that time, man.
yeah.
After a couple more losses, I'm gonna be officially on to the draft.
Like what's you can figure out what's the remaining of our schedule so I can know like if okay,
I know we got the Bears this week. That
Bears,
game good. Bears really ain't been. I'm
we
gonna
not
get into
win.
that game Wednesday, but Bears ain't been lighting it up, man. That's a winnable game, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that's a winnable game, but I be looking at it like is our defense gonna be able to keep up with these receivers on certain teams?
Yeah. Then we got the Rams. We got the Rams. That's gonna be a tough one. The Rams look real good if they're
Right.
healthy. After the round, I know we got
I
we got
know
the
we got
Colts,
Colts,
Cardinals,
Bills
Miami,
twice.
Bills twice. We got 2 wins. I think we're gonna get the 4. I
You
think we
think?
have 4 wins.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
So
probably have like a
we should have
top.
won that game yesterday though. But hey, I think we pretty much guaranteed. Now, unless we go on some crazy run, I think we pretty much guarantee a top 3 to 5 pick.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not signed, sealed, delivered yet, but I think we getting close to being about guaranteed that.
Yeah.
But who you got tonight, man? Chiefs or the Tampa Bay? I'm sure you go with Kansas City.
Kansas City. Bucks banged up right now. Missing their
Man,
top.
I don't know who playing wide receiver there. Me and you might got to go out there and play wide receiver. I want to see what Josh Uche do, man.
Oh yeah, he on Kansas City. I forgot all about that.
And D Hawk. So I want to see what those. I like DeAndre Hopkins, but
Yeah. Uh,
gonna be interesting. I think Kansas City they'll win tonight. Probably, I think they probably win by probably a couple touchdowns.
right.
Never know that be upset, but I doubt it. Jack
Mm-hmm.
Sawyer, be out of O State, third round. Hopefully, Jack Sawyer. Got to check him out too, man.
Yeah.
But hey man, that's gonna be it for tonight. Hey, bro, I appreciate you coming on tonight. We definitely want to do this again. I'm have to get you back on, man.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hey, it's a bunch of y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like, give me the thumbs up on YouTube, on Twitter, IG, Facebook, wherever you. I'm live on all them right now. Make sure you share the content. But if you on YouTube, give me that thumbs up, man. I appreciate it. And I will be back tomorrow night for the trade deadline, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.